Hey, good morning, you guys. I have to fix something on my desktop. There we go. So we are doing lesson 1 from Unit 8, and it is all about learning how to use or understand the metric system for length and being able to convert different units of measure to find equivalent measures or equivalent units. So you should follow along on page 237 in your textbook as I walk you through the slides today. This first slide here is just a reminder that what the metric system is. So the rest of the world uses the metric system for their measures of length or for mass or volume. And so it's very easy to use because it's based on the base 10 system. So what I mean by that is if you look at my little chart here, we have the basic unit of measure, which is the meter. And so everything is based on or related to that basic unit of measure, the meter. So when you think about the smallest measure in the metric system for length, we are talking about millimeters. And here's your abbreviation. And so a millimeter is 1/1000th of a meter. And so just to give you a frame of reference, a meter is basically the length of a yardstick. It's a little bit longer than a yardstick. So a millimeter is pretty small. The next unit related to the meter is the centimeter. And you're more familiar with this measure because you've seen centimeters on your rulers. A centimeter is 1/100th of a meter. And then one that you may or may not be familiar with is a decimeter. A decimeter is 1/10th of a meter. And I apologize that I do not have a yard or a meter stick here at home. I don't even think I have a ruler here at home. Anyway, here's your meter. And then the next measure related to that meter is for every 10 meters, you have 1 decameter. For every 100 meters, you have 1 hectometer. And then for every 1,000 meters, you have 1 kilometer or kilometer. And I'm going to pause the video real quick here if I can. Okay, and so the way you can remember the order of these different units of measure is by this little mnemonic device. King Henry died unusually drinking chocolate milk. So if you look down here, the K in king will remind you that the kilometer is the largest measure, metric unit of measure. Okay, so I'm going to go on to the next slide. All right, so converting metric units of length is really what you will be doing. That's really the math that you'll be doing today. So just to go over some terms so that we are familiar with what you're doing, to convert just means you are going to change to an equivalent form. And converting to different units doesn't change the length. It just changes the way that you are describing that length. So instead of saying I have a meter, a string is a meter long, you would say I have a string that is 100 centimeters long. It's the same measure. It's just described in a different unit. Okay, so down at the bottom of this slide, you can see how this metric unit is related to our base 10 system. And I'm going to stop the video